here we are. It's end of 2013 and it's time again to prepare to write our year-end resolutions. So you're probably about to take your pen and paper, or you're opening up a new file on your computer, or maybe you have a resolution management program that you're using, and you will soon start writing a list of the things that you would like to accomplish in the new year. But before you start doing this, why don't you consider the possibility of doing something a little bit different this year, and take some time to look back at the year that is about to end? So what happened over the past year? What were the major events and milestones in your personal and business life? How did you react to the challenges that you faced? We always have some challenges in our lives. Have new people entered your life? Have any people left your life, and why did they leave? Can you honestly say that you've changed, grown up, and in what areas? Did you take time for yourself? And now, with reference to your business or your professional life in general, has your business grown? Has your profession expanded? What marketing initiatives have you implemented to promote your business or yourself, so your personal brand? And what results did you attain? Can you see exactly what worked and what didn't work? What marketing or business or money management techniques do you need to learn more about to improve your results, your efforts? And what techniques do you need to drop altogether? And are there any strategies or approaches that you would like to try out and that you missed out in the past year? So write down the answers to these questions, because they will help you formulate your new resolutions for 2014. Do you notice that no matter how motivated you are in setting your resolutions, you tend to go back to where you are and you forget about them as the year goes by? And then you start scolding yourself, because this happens year after year, and the conclusion that you draw is that you don't have enough willpower or discipline. But you know, these are not the reasons why your resolutions don't work. They don't work because they are not inspired. And since they are not inspired, it's hardly possible to keep them. Moreover, if you really write your resolutions based on the reflections that you make about the past year, you often discover that you have accomplished much more than you give yourself credit for. And this, you know, will boost your self-esteem, and guess what? You will be more motivated to keep the focus, your focus on your resolutions, and you will implement them. So here are some tips that may help you reformulate your resolutions in a way that you can keep them and therefore be successful with them. So express your resolutions in a way that they sound and possibly are. It's true that you should shoot for the stars, but your goal should be reasonable based on what you are now. Otherwise, you know, you will unconsciously think that they are not for you, and you will convince yourself that they are not for you. So express them in a way that they are acceptable to you. For example, it's holiday time and we all tend to eat a little bit more than we normally do, so we tend to gain a few extra pounds or kilos here in Italy. And therefore you think that at the end of these days, of this holiday time, you need to go on a diet with all the limitations that a diet implies. So rather than feeling obliged to go on a diet and therefore limit the food that you eat, why don't you express this goal saying, you know, I will find a more suitable and healthier eating regime that will boost my energy and will also improve my sense of well-being. This is much more reasonable and acceptable than saying, you know, I should go on a diet, I should start it as soon as possible, isn't it? So let's keep the losing weight example. So if you start by saying, I intend to lose 1 or 2 kilograms a month, this is certainly more realistic than saying, I will go for 10 kilos in 2 months. So my suggestion is that you start with the more realistic goal. And if you accomplish more, well, this will be an extra bonus that will certainly boost your self-esteem and confidence. So by feasible, I don't only mean attainable. I mean that it should be expressed in a way so that you don't put obstacles to what you intend to realize, to accomplish. So, you know, most of us tend to formulate our resolutions in terms of what we don't want or don't have. For instance, I should lose weight, I should be more balanced, which means that I don't have balance in my life. I should, you know, reduce my stress, which means that I don't have a comfortable lifestyle, or I should cut my debt, which means that I don't have money. So all these goals focus on what we don't have. So if you keep focusing on what you can't eat, for example, in the losing weight examples I previously make, you torture yourself and your diet will certainly be short-lived. Then you start berating yourself because you don't have enough willpower, and your mind will keep noticing what you did wrong and you will feel a failure. So let's reframe the losing weight resolution and say, for example, I will enjoy a healthier lifestyle by changing my eating habits. This way you will focus on what you want and what works for you, and your resolution will certainly be more successful. So finally, last little tip. Express your resolutions in a way that they resonate with you, with what you truly are. You know, oftentimes our resolutions are based on what we think we are supposed to do, have to do, or should do, which is not what we truly want. So take some time to look within yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you really, really desire? This way you rediscover yourself and what is true to you. It is then that you become inspired and that your resolutions reflect realistic, feasible and reasonable goals that you set for yourself, and therefore you will certainly achieve. One recommendation though, don't forget to acknowledge your progress in implementing your resolutions and celebrate your successes. So I wish you a prosperous, abundant, rich, inspiring 2014. And I'm sure that your resolutions will be really something that reflects yourself. So Happy New Year. I wish you all the best.